Hi there, this is Jelsen. He is an 807 Iron Man, which means he only trains combat skills. But he doesn't train Slayer, he switched it out for agility. Why would he do that? Come find out. Welcome back to Jelsen the Agile, the NosSlayer 807 that trains agility. If you watched the previous episode, which was very long, we would even call it maybe a movie, then you would know about where we left everything off. I also made an interlude episode right before this one where I show off everything that's in the bank, but don't worry, you don't have to go back and watch those two. You can just sit back and relax, and I'll quickly explain where we are and what we are going to be doing. So the account is basically in a place where it's not at all ready for the challenges ahead. The challenge ahead being killing Commander Ziliana, the only God Wars dungeon boss that is unique to me, as it requires agility to get to her room. So yeah, that's going to be the goal. Let me present to you the ideal setup for Commander Ziliana and what we already have or what we need to get. So these two things are already here because they are pretty much a lock. We need these items to kill the commander. I don't think it will be feasible with anything less. The rune crossbow we already obtained through the crazy archaeologist, and the diamond bolts E should have been a drop from Spindle, but she is no longer available to us because she's locked behind Wilderness Medium Diaries, which I definitely cannot complete with my account restrictions. However, we can still get them from Venenatis. I'm just not sure yet how we are going to be beating her, but that's a problem for later. For the head slot, with any Blessed Coif would be great. Carol's Coif could definitely work, but also any tank helm, for example the Cuffin's helm, can definitely also work for this setup. Funnily enough, not too many things in this setup are very locked in. So the helmet, it can be many things. I think the Varix helm would be ideal because that one gives some prayer bonus and some nice tank stats, so that would be very nice. But we would take any Barrows helm or Guthix or any Blessed Eyed Coif for the range bonus and the prayer that's on there. So yeah, let's for now put this on a nice Coif. It doesn't matter which one. For example, this ancient Coif would be absolutely fantastic. For the cape slot, I think in an earlier episode I mentioned getting a fire cape. This is still something we might do because we are training ranged anyway, so a high range level would definitely allow us to get a fire cape. However, as it's very hard to get the supplies for a fire cape run, I might just want to use those supplies at Ziliana and just forgo the cape because it's primarily a melee cape. So that's going to leave us with the cloak, the Samurai cloak, which we already have in our bank, just for the prayer bonus. Obviously we can't get Hevas devices, so this is basically our second best option. Now, the Amulet of Avarice is definitely an option, or a glory tea from Heart Glues, but that's very unlikely. That would be our absolute best option. But yeah, it's unlikely. So this could be an Avarice or an Amulet of Glory tea. But if worst comes to worst, those two items are very hard to get. I can just take an Amulet of Power. It won't be that much of a problem. At least I hope so. For the shield slot, we will be taking a good old Rune Kite Shield. Rune Kite Shield has nice defensive bonuses. As I already mentioned, those are quite important at Ziliana because you will pray against one of the ranged minions, probably with Mage Protect, so you're going to get pummeled by the ranged minion. So you want gear that protects from that, so that's to buy the Barrows tank helms, and this here Kite Shield will definitely come in handy. And that logic really continues on to the chest and leg slots, so Black Dragon Hide is absolutely fine. This is very common from hard clues, should be attainable. And as you know, we already have a Cutham's chain skirt, which has nice defensive bonuses. They are actually, I think, the worst tank legs from all the Barrows sets, but they are still very good nonetheless. So if we don't get any better tank legs, or we don't get Blessed Hide here, and for example a good body there, then yeah, we might switch it out. But these two are very attainable at this point. Say we get some Carol's pieces, we can definitely use those, obviously, and mix and match just based on getting a good balance of defense and offensive power for ranged. The glove slot, a very long shot. The combat bracelet. Combat bracelet is hard to get, very hard to get. It is a unique I should get from Elite Clues, which we obviously have to juggle because we cannot complete many steps. So it's very unlikely to get, but Black Dragonite Ram braces can definitely be gotten. And if we get a blessed fan braces, then that's even better. Just one more prayer added to our bonus. Boots. Obviously the blessed D-hide boots would be best. I don't know why it's not showing up, but because I have to call it Catholic D-hide boots. There we go. For example, Catholic D-hide boots. These are primo. We're not doing medium clues. Holy sandals or ranger boots would be fine or good as well, but the D-hide boots are much better and much more common from the hard clues that we're going to be doing anyway for black D-hide. So really hoping we get those. If we don't get those, we'll take whatever we can get. For example, maybe even boots of lightness, just to get our run down a little bit, because we will be jogging. Last but not least, ring slot. And when I say last but not least, I mean absolutely least. There is no useful ring we can use. We could start camping Dagonoths for a ranger ring and then imbue it for 8 extra range damage, but the grind that takes and the RNG involved of getting the drop is probably not worth it at all. So we're probably not going to try and do that whatsoever. I'm just going to forego a ring completely. There was something that we said to try and get the Ring of the Gods from Venonadis, sorry, not Venonadis, from Vedion. But as the baby balls is now gone, I think that's also a grind we should not be focusing on. So yeah, this is basically what we're going for. So that means we have 3 things we can or should be doing. First of all, we want to try and get ourselves a Barrows KC. Any Barrows piece can help us. If we get really lucky at Barrows, we might even be done before we get started. We're going to, for AFK reasons, mix in some hard glue juggling because they also hold a lot of great upgrades. And finally, if we feel frisky, we might go to the wilderness to snipe out an Amulet of Avarice, but that's very unlikely as I can't do them on task, and I have to go back and skull up every, I think it's 30 minutes, so yeah, that's a very tough grind, so it's probably not worth going too hard on that one. So primary goals Barrows, secondary hard clues, and finally some wilderness revenant hunting. A momentous occasion. The first clip in about 20 months. Yelson is back, and he's about to start juggling hard clue scrolls. Clue juggling has become such a joy with the 1 hour despawn timer instead of the 3 hour one. I mean, all the clue scrolls you saw me juggle were done on the 3-minute juggle timers. That was painful, to be honest. This is a lot better, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for guaranteed caskets all the time. I did not do any number crunching to see how likely I am to complete a clue with 3 steps or whatever. I'm just gonna, try and get guaranteed caskets as much as I can. We swiftly got our first hard casket on Yelson because he saved us last time. We'll pray again to Holy Saradome for some good luck. We then went back to Barrows to complete the newly added mini quest where you get one chest with a special icon in it, and you can give that to the strange old man on top for some nice prayer experience. Since we did a hard clue and we did some arrows, it was time to do the third thing on our list and give revenants a little bit of a shot. See how that works out for us. We got killed in the wilderness, and I tried to run to the bank downstairs, which I obviously don't have on this account, but whatever. I lost 300k, which I don't really understand how that was that much, but it's probably the Ethereum bracelet. But that's fine. I'm going to allocate this and these two, and then we'll be up 300k from the cash tag. I did lose all of this, and more importantly, I did lose my EU short bow, so that's annoying because that's my best in slot range for shooting arrows. And not every new update was coming about to mess with us. Scurious was also added, which is a nice entry-level boss. Kind of fun to do, to be honest. And he drops prayer potions, so hey, maybe we can farm that boy out. Let's give him a shot. I'm here for the potions, so I probably need to be just a little bit stronger to actually like farm them efficiently or whatever. But I'm still gonna send a few kills, see what happens, and I'm also going to switch out all my rune armor for prayer gear, because I just want to save on prayer and I shouldn't be getting hit with too much if I pray correctly. So yeah, it was a pretty scuffed kill. I didn't record it, nobody wants to see it. Alrighty, tidy. We did a mage kill and that sucked even more. I think I'm going to try range next. The problem is the not having of a short bow to fire any rune arrows, and also having absolutely zero useful bolts. I have like a couple of mithril rune bolts, but that's sad. I want some adamant bolts ideally to shoot with my rune crossbow, and I think that would be great for Scurious. So we are going to do the first thing came up on the wiki for bolts. They are not really buyable, only iron bolts are buyable, and that's not something I want to take in there. So I want some adamant bolts, and I can get those from the Spoils of War from last Soul Wars. I always find like boosting for Spoils of War very tedious. I know it's the most efficient way to get a lot of points and all that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna play some games and see if we can get lucky on a drop of adamant bolts. They are like 100 to 200. So if I get one drop, I can come back and test them out on the red boss. Welcome to the most botted thing in RuneScape probably ever. I did 2 games. I got 69 zeal, very nice, and I bought 2 crates. Let's hope there are some bolts in there so I can get out of here, because this place sucks. Oh, perfect! That's great. Exactly what we were here for. All of this is useless to us. Probably sell it off at some point. Oh, but the bolts. 357 bolts. Let's go back to Scurious. Alright, so Scurious. I need to be stronger for Scurious. I need to not necessarily be stronger per se. I just need to not be as weak as I am now, and I also want to be in better either melee or ranged gear. So maybe if I get some Black Dragon Hide and an MSB from these here Hellhounds, or I get some barrows equipment, I can go and farm Scurious more efficiently. I mean, I can get a kill every trip, but it's kind of slow. I don't do much damage, so I'm thinking we go back to Hard Clues and Barrows Brothers until we get some upgrades and some higher levels, and then we'll see if we still need Scurious at all, because obviously he was more of a stepping stone. So yeah, that's where we're at. We are back at the Hellhounds. Going to kill them very slowly with iron arrows. I don't care. This is pure AFK-ness for some possible rewards. Oh my god. I ruined the account. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I could cry. Fuck. Why am I so stupid, bro? Yeah, guys, this is what happens when you're not careful. I thought I could do this stupid mini quest to do easy skull up, but it rewards runecrafting XP. Oh, this is honestly. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, so this is it. I am very sad. Because for me this is going to be the end. I'm going to take this as a sign that it's time to hang up my mitre or my fedora or my bear hat, whatever you please, and end the series here. I am honestly pretty devastated. And for some of you, this will be a moment where you say, "Oh, come on, man, you can still finish the series. You can still do it." But to me, it's just not right. The purity of their account has been completely ruined. I'm both sad and I guess I'm okay with it, because to me this is was my, let's say, this was my rookie series, the first time I played any kind of restricted Iron Man aside from a free-to-play Ultimate. And yeah, I've learned a lot. I've learned how to edit videos in a basic way. I've learned how to make some basic Blender images. I've learned how to set goals for myself as a restricted Iron Man. One of those goals, for example, was this full vestment set that I'm wearing. Completing the God books, obviously. And just, you know, be original. But I did burn out of the account 2 years ago. And even though I really wanted to come back to playing restricted accounts and creating content around those, I also felt that Yalson was something that had become like a chore. I just really wanted to finish the series with some sort of finality. That's why I set the goal to kill or beat Ziliana in the God Wars dungeon. The account, you know, the idea for the account was basically uprooted the moment Jagex decided to put a Trollheim teleport on the combat achievements, allowing basically any 807 to go to the God Wars dungeon. The original idea was to get Bando's armor and not to kill Ziliana at all, but well, it turned out that I guess fate was just not with us for this one. To me, it's also just a moment to reflect on how to play these kinds of game modes. I guess I have to be a lot more careful in planning, in setting goals, and in just gameplay in general. It's not a good idea to get lazy, as I did. The whole reason I did the mini quests was because I was too lazy to switch to Bounty Hunter Worlds and skull up there, which is insanely stupid for if you consider all the other crazy grinds I've gone through, other 807s go through. So I'm very disappointed in myself, but it is what it is. We did some really cool things on this account. I think I put most of the, let's say, achievements in my inventory. Obviously, we got some Barrows items, and we did some mandatory 807 grinds like Pest Control, some Mage Training Arena, some just general killing of things. But I guess for me it was all just a bit too much to handle. Not going to stop playing the account just yet. One big goal that has been my, let's say, one big thing that has been my goal for quite a while was to unlock the Ferox teleport. I think I'm going to still do that. Just to say that I was able to get that done. Then I can still do the efficient Barrows runs. I am just so disappointed in myself, and I feel like it would be just best to chalk up this series as a learning experience. As I said, a rookie YouTube series or your rookie restricted account, because honestly I've been planning out a new series, which I've already mentioned before, that I'm very excited to play. I'm very thankful for everyone who came along and watched the episodes, who enjoyed any kind of form of entertainment I provided. That's fantastic. I couldn't be happier that there's at least even one person out there that just had some fun, could relax while watching me do my stupid little chore grinds. But yeah, for now I think we'll call it here. I'm very sorry to everyone for fucking this up so badly, but I guess we're all just humans. I was very tired. I was actually working on my other monitor, and I don't know, just didn't check the quests rewards, which is insanely stupid on an account like this, but it happened, and I guess it was meant to happen. So yeah, I hope anyone will join me on my next account, and hopefully I don't mess that one up, but as you'll see, that'll be a lot harder. So see you guys. Welcome to what is about to be my home. I'll just quickly show you that I basically decimated my bank. Anything that was buyable at one point, like mystics, rune items, a good amount of runes, and a few things that were somewhat valuable in the loot tab, have been sold off and or alked, all in the name of this unlock that I had been chasing for such a long time, and that is to set this place as my new respawn point / home base. And there you have it. No more money on the account aside from this 2000 GP, and from now on I can use my respawn teleport on the arcade spellbook to teleport straight here to the Ferox Enclave. This was the goal for efficient Barrows runs, and yeah, that I just wanted to finish that off and put everything that I had towards that goal in there. So as far as I'm considered, this is the end of Yelson. These are the final stats. tainted by these 9 rune crafting levels, 93 combat. Total bank value, if anyone cares, is now 17 mil. For me, this is the end. See you guys. One last takeaway is, if you play a restricted account and you stop playing it for a long time, be careful, because it's really hard to get back into it and not mess up. So I said everything I wanted to in all the earlier clips. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Not every story has a happy end, and that's absolutely okay.